Ashe Empresses, it's the Sacred Empress back with another YouTube video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Ashanti. I'm an intuitive healer. Welcome to the Empress Empire. Today, you guys, I'm going to be doing readings for Taurus placement. So if you are a Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mars placement, keep watching. This video is for you.
You know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
Hello to my Taurus placement. I'm going to go ahead and dive in, give you guys some clarity and insight for the following week. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and tap in with the energy and the collective of Taurus placement. Okay, Seven of Wands. It already came out the deck, so I'm not even about to play. Seven of Wands. I feel like right now a lot of you guys could definitely be setting firm boundaries. I feel for a lot of you, you're setting boundaries with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You could have been overthinking. You could have been self-sabotaging. You could have been, you know, doing things you're supposed to be doing, getting back into those bad habits. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like the Seven of Wands comes out because you guys are setting boundaries, working on, you know, your stability, regaining your sense of self-control, especially if you feel like, you know, other things have been controlling you, or you feel as though, you know, certain things are getting in the way of your plans. Come through, Goddess of Swords. Y'all are not playing, okay? I feel like with the Goddess of Swords coming out, a lot of y'all are putting your mind to things now. Like, you realize, like, okay, my mind's in control. Well, not so much your mind is in control, but if you are in control, your conscience is in control, then you have a better grasp over certain things. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to, you know, articulate yourself in a manner that, you know, you actually want to articulate yourself in. You're going to show up dressed the way that you feel you're meant to dress. So I see a lot of y'all like dressing up just to look good every day. Not even just one day out the week, but every day. You know what I'm saying? Feeling yourself, feeling empowered, because a lot of y'all could have went through something recently, or maybe a little bit farther down in the past, to where you weren't really yourself. You know, a situation could have took a lot of, you know, energy from you, so you felt like you weren't yourself anymore. You know what I'm saying? You felt indifferent. You felt like, you know, you couldn't get through this threshold. So I feel like with that, a lot of y'all have cultivated this new persona, or at least cultivated a new version of yourself, and you're walking into that. But you're also looking at the things that this version of you is not going to tolerate. You're understanding that this version of you isn't going to allow disrespect. It's not going to allow people to, you know, talk over you. It's not going to allow, you know, people to, you know, mistreat you, or, you know, stand you up, you know, especially when it comes to dating. Like, y'all may have, you know, boundaries and non-negotiables when it comes to dating because of your past experiences. So a lot of you are learning that, you know, going, I guess, with your past mistakes, you know, and things like that, y'all are learning from them, but y'all are also applying the information that y'all learned. Okay, you're not just like, oh, I know to stay away from this type of person, and then you just go meet that person again, and you like, oh, this is great, this is cool, I like this, I like them. Whole time the signs were there, the flags were there, everything was there, and you didn't use your discernment. And you got the rose-colored glasses fever, and you walking around thinking that things are sweet when they're probably not. So I feel like for y'all are definitely working on, you know, understanding your intuition a little bit more. Also understanding your body. Our body communicates with us, and for a lot of people, you know, your intuition communicates with you through your body, whether it be that gut feeling, whether it be, you know, just some chills running down your spine. I mean, it could be so many different things that could correspond to, you know, a specific energy. Something that I always encourage people to do is to ask spirit, like, what does a yes feel like? You know, what does a no feel like? Asking spirit, or your body, I guess I should say, what a I guess I would say like red flag, you know, would indicate within your body. And if that doesn't work for you, then something else that I like to do is write down different signs. So I'll write down, spirit, show me a blue butterfly if, you know, I need to stay away from this person. Show me a cloud. You know, obviously it wouldn't be anything too like, well, it make it specific. I wouldn't say something that's not too specific, because it don't do anything broad. Like, you know, you're gonna go outside and see grass, so don't say, oh, show me some grass if I should stay in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? Say that you want to see a blue flamingo. just because, like, that, I don't even think that exists. So if you see it on a rare occasion, then that would be your sign. But obviously, you know, you can create your own sign, you know, for what you want, for what specific thing. So to each his own. If that doesn't work for you, maybe ask for clarity and insight from your dreams. Go from there. Okay, so let's see what else you guys got, because I'm not even done. I just, you know, I like to go off on tangents when I'm getting messages. So let's see what else you lovely, lovely Taurus placements have. Okay, Ace of Cups. So I feel like with the energy here, you know, a lot of y'all, I heard something about being smothered. So someone could have been smothering you, like, you know, some codependency. I wouldn't even go as far as to say physically smothering, but it could have been physically smothering. Like, you know, someone could have been around you. They could have been physically abusive or even mentally exhausting. Like, I just feel like there was a lot of energy around you that was very draining. You know, someone's been draining your energy. Somebody's been draining your life force. And Spirit's like, here, I got this for you. I got this for you. Some new energy. It's like they're giving you a potion in a way. Like, I'm not saying that that's what it actually is, but it just looks like a potion. So what is your energetic potion? Is it water? Is it tea? Is it, you know, some apple juice? Like, what drink gets you going? And for the mimosa girlies, I see you. But yes, Ace of Cups, I do feel like with this energy, like, you know, there's obviously something that's here to fuel you. Whether it's a drink, whether it's an activity, you know what I'm saying? You may like to run and get your cardio. So that may be one thing. You may be someone that likes to go to the gym and lift weights, or even get on the elliptical. Some of you may just want to go outside, get some sun. You know, some of you may just need some rest. But right now, think about what's replenishing you. And if you can't think of anything, try something, okay? Look at what other people are doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not to compare. It's to try new things. If someone's like, hey, yoga helped me stay energized, then try yoga for a day. If that doesn't energize you, try dancing in the morning, or dancing, you know, at night, or dancing in the middle of the day. It's really up to you to decide when you want to get up and you know, shake your tail feather. So I feel like with this energy, you have to make sure that you keep your energy up. It's not up to anybody else to maintain, you know, these balances when it comes to how you fluctuate. So I feel like with the Ace of Cups, like, there's a period of renewal here. And I feel like y'all have to take this period of renewal all the way in. Take it for what it is. Don't even overlook the fact that you've been drained. I feel like for a lot of you, you probably just think that this is how it's supposed to be. This is how I've always been. But it doesn't always have to be like that. So if you've always been drained, you never once in your life ever had the energy or the time for nothing, make the time. Have the energy. Because the energy is an endless supply. So you can never really run out of energy on a spiritual level. So know that you have access to that. Know that you have access to all the energy within the universe. And it'll never not be enough. Hopefully that made sense. Because I feel like when I use double negatives, it confuses me. Like, I'm like, hold on. Did that translate? Hopefully y'all caught my drift though. If not, basically saying that there's an abundance of energy for you. And you'll never run out when you start accessing it. Okay? So call your energy back to you if you have not already. You can simply say, I call all of the energy back to me from, you know, people, situations, places that are still holding on to the energy that belongs to me, or something else. You know, you can word it differently. That was just the first thing that came to me. So however you see best fit. Okay, go ahead and come out. We're not even about to play with these cards today. All right, Eight of Cups. So a lot of y'all seem to be walking away from a lot of, like, hearing detrimental experiences. So you could have been dealing with a lot of, like, I'm hearing there was some type of abuse that you guys endured. It feels like some apocalyptic energy. Now, I'm not saying that it's an apocalypse. I'm just saying that there's some situations that you probably didn't think you would survive. Like, you didn't think you were going to come out on top. But I'm here to tell you that you did make it out on top. So a lot of you are walking out of these situations, out of these environments, away from these people, because you've grown detached. you don't want to have that attachment to anything or anybody, especially money. I'm hearing for a lot of you, like some of y'all have had an attachment to money, which is something that y'all are probably working on now. Like y'all realize, oh, like, okay, maybe this isn't going to be what's best for me. Like maybe this isn't the best way to go about it. Maybe I should have a different perspective on money, a different outlook. Because for me, I grew up thinking that money didn't grow on trees. So obviously there's scarcity. Excuse me. I grew up watching my mom do everything. You know, I didn't see much of my dad, or I didn't really have that 2-parent household. So my mom was doing everything. So with that, it was one of those things where, you know, she's slaving away and doing X, Y, Z to, you know, hold down the fort, basically. And in my mind, I thought that struggling was not necessarily was the right thing to do, but I felt that struggling was a part of life. I figured that everybody struggled. And honestly, now that I'm older, I see that clear as day. Everybody does struggle. We all have a struggle. But you know, money don't grow on trees. You got to pay your bills. You got to pay your taxes. You got to do this. You got to do that. So it was one of those things where money just didn't seem to be something that, you know, I had as much access to as other people. Or didn't have that financial stability, the financial literacy I needed growing up. So as I got older, when I get my paychecks and I started working, I just spent my money. I didn't care. I didn't care to save. I wasn't thinking about no car. I wasn't thinking about my future. I wasn't thinking about anything. I just felt that, oh, I got this money that I ain't never had before. I'm about to spend it. So that's what I did. I just spent all my money. And fast forward, I'm 21 years old, about to be 22, and I still don't save. But no, I'm actually working on saving now. Just having a budget, you know what I'm saying? Being mindful of the money that I'm spending. Really just going from there. But Tauruses, I said all that to say this. Just because you grew up in an environment where, you know, you didn't have enough, or money wasn't always handed to you, or things were never handed to you, you had to get everything out the mud, doesn't mean that God cannot bless you with what you do want and what you need. So I feel like in that sense, make sure that you guys aren't selling yourself short, and know that you're worthy of much more. Even if it is a relationship, you know what I'm saying? You could get a relationship with somebody and they're only giving you so much. They're giving you so little. Like, oh, let me breadcrumb them because they know they worth, but I don't want them to get too cocky. I don't want them to get too in their head about who they are or whatever. In your mind, like, okay, there's an abundance here. There's an abundance within this world. So the person that I'm seeking is also seeking me. And I don't have to tolerate this behavior from you or anybody else, because I know that there's somebody out there that's going to treat me with respect, someone that's going to remain loyal, someone that's going to be consistent, someone that's not going to give up on me. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be somebody out there for you, Taurus. Same thing with money. You know what I'm saying? If you're working a 9-to-5 job and you don't like it and you hate it and you wish that you could quit and just not work there anymore and just live on a private island away from everybody, know that that's possible. There's a reality where you already doing that. So for a lot of y'all have to have a lot of belief. It's I'm hearing strength too. So strength may also be a part of it, but have a lot of faith and belief in what it is that you're trying to do for yourself. And what you feel you deserved and deserve. Okay. So the Hangman is here. Now, with the Hangman clarifying the 7 of Wands, I think a lot of y'all came to the realization that what y'all were doing before wasn't working. So for my girlies that wanted to lose weight, or wanted to build a business, or wanted to, you know, go to school, or invest in something, whatever the case may be, you were probably doing things one way and it wasn't working. But then you ended up getting some knowledge, getting some help, or you need to if you haven't already. But obviously going to someone that's resourceful and getting as much insight as possible so that you can make better decisions, so that you could approach this, well, I guess what can I call this? I'm going to say goal. You can approach this goal with more insight, more knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You're not approaching it like, oh, dang, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You're approaching it like, okay, this is the information I was given. Let me apply it. Let me see if it's really going to work for me. And try it for a week or two. You know what I'm saying? Try it for a month, you know, at the least, just because, you know, results don't always come instantly. Sometimes results take time. So if y'all have been trying one thing for years and it hasn't been working, obviously something needs to change. Obviously there's something that you're doing wrong. That doesn't mean internalize like, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. No, that's not what that means. It means that, okay, what can I do differently? So Tauruses, don't victimize yourselves. make sure that y'all stay on all 10 toes on what it is that you're trying to do. You know, have compassion for yourself, because you're still learning. You're still a growing human. Every day you're learning something new. Every day you're growing. So don't beat yourself up for things that you didn't know. You didn't know. So cut yourself some slack, please. All right, Ace of Wands is here. So I feel like for a lot of y'all feel good. Like, I feel really good. And I think for a lot of y'all have been distraught for a really long time. And with the Ace of Wands coming out, I feel like this period for y'all is giving y'all an opportunity to really take y'all's passion seriously, take y'all's dreams and goals and ambitions seriously. So I feel like with this energy, y'all have been so stuck in y'all's ways that now nothing's in y'all's way. Y'all not even in y'all's way. Look, y'all got the Goddess of Swords here. So this lets me know that y'all are in a position right now in y'all's lives where y'all are focused. Y'all are focused, okay? Next is the Son of Pentacles. And this comes back to what I said about being patient. Like, you know, these things are going to take time. I feel like for a lot of you, you know, you may expect fast results because, you know, you've had fast results in the past. Like, let's look at fast food. You order your food, you get your food. That's it, that's all. Express shipping. You order your item, you get it the next day. So you may be used to things coming fast to you. But you need to be patient as well. Now, Taurus, I know you can be patient. I know you got the ability to be patient. So reach down to the bottom of wherever you got to reach so that you can gain access to that, especially if you feel you've lost it. If you don't got impatient with yourself, you don't got impatient with your journey, you need to gain more access to that patience, because it's within you, okay? It's within you. You just got to pull it out. So I do feel like for Tauruses right now, y'all are developing, you know, into a better version of yourselves in so many different ways. This is financially, this is mentally, this is emotionally, this is spiritually. And in so many ways, you know, a lot of you are undergoing, you know, this process of healing. So some of you could be healing your relationship with money, healing your relationship with food, healing your relationship with your parents, healing your relationship with yourself. And that's the most important relationship, because you are going to be around yourself for the rest of your life, 24/7, all day, every day. You cannot be separated from yourself, you know, unless you detach or, you know, get codependent. You know what I'm saying? Meet somebody new, and now that's all you know. Now you got their personality. Now you got their schedule. You know, don't allow your life to revolve around somebody else. Allow your life to revolve around what you want your life to revolve around, okay? What's the lifestyle that you want to live? Who's the person that you want to become? And go from there, okay? So, let's see what you guys are... Okay. It already fell out. But looking into the energy that you guys are stepping into, we got the Daughter of Pentacles, okay? Now, with the Page of Pentacles, I feel like there's a new sense of confidence that you guys are gaining. And I feel like as y'all have walked away from like those past situations, those troubling times, y'all are moving into a more, I'm hearing something about like a lighter sentence. And it's funny that Spirit's putting it in that perspective, because, you know, when people do go to jail, or like, let's say they go to court first, they could get a real hard time. So let's say 20 years of imprisonment, okay? And then you go back to court because you've been doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing your thing. You've been eating right. You've been staying fit. You've been praying. You know, you've been doing your thing. So you go back to court and they give you a lighter sentence. Oh, you got this amount of time left. You gonna get out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's kind of Spirit in a way saying that a lot of y'all have been mentally imprisoned. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have been emotionally in prison. So there's been something else controlling y'all. And now that y'all are freeing yourselves from it, you feel lighter. Okay? You feel lighter. You feel more relief. You feel better. You know, you don't feel crippled. You don't feel like, you know, anything could go wrong at any time, because now you operating off of faith. Now you trust that even when things do go wrong, God's got a plan. Even when things do go right, God's got a plan. Even when you don't know what's going on, God's got a plan. So I feel like for a lot of you, you realize that, you know, it's not about the good or the bad. It's about how you choose to operate within all of it. How are you going to operate through all of this? You know, even in the good, are you still going to remain, you know, humble? Are you still going to have a good heart? Are your intentions going to be pure? Are you going to remain kind? And when the bad times do come, are you going to lash out on people? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to beat people up because you had a bad day? Or are you going to look at it as an opportunity to control your emotions? Look at it as an opportunity to, release any emotions that you may be holding back. So I guess in this sense, Taurus, I feel like right now is a time for you to roll with the punches rather than trying to punch back. Roll with the punches. See what God's got in store for you. See what God's trying to do for you. Rather than thinking that everything is, punishment. Okay? You're not being punished. Life is just full of ups and downs. And you got to ride the wave. Okay? So, let's see if there are any final messages from Spirit at this time. All right, the Hierophant is here, okay? So Spirit could be teaching y'all. Y'all's ancestors could be teaching y'all or showing y'all things like, certain shows, movies, documentaries, certain books. Like, there's so much that they're trying to show you. So pay attention. If you see something and it calls out to your spirit, make note of that. Even if you can't get to it that day, at least write it down so that you can always revisit it at some later moment. Excuse me. 5 of Wands, I feel, shows up because a lot of y'all have been fighting tooth and nail to get to a specific point in your life. You don't have to fight no more, okay? You can put your defenses down. Now, I know 5 of Wands indicates like, competition and, things like that. But I'm getting more of the message from Spirit side is like, you don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to live like this no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to struggle no more. You don't have to hurt anymore. And obviously pain is a part of life. We're going to experience pain even if we scrape, our toe or we fall down or whatever the case may be. Pain is always going to be a part of our life. We cannot escape it. It's all about how we choose to heal from it. So I feel like with the 5 of Wands, where you're at right now, you got to make sure that, you're not seeking, I guess these particular things. You got to be mindful of what you allow and what you don't allow. So with the 5 of Wands, you do not have to tolerate suffering. The difference between pain and suffering is that suffering is a choice. You choose to suffer. You choose to sit in your room and do nothing. You choose to stay on TikTok and scroll through TikTok all day. You choose to, spend your time on social media and not enough time reading a book or not enough time journaling or not enough time creating. So you got to take accountability for where you messed up, okay? So be mindful of what you're choosing, okay? Next card is the Chariot, clarifying the Son of Pentacles, and I want to say the 8 of Cups. Yes, I remembered. But the Chariot being here, I find a lot of y'all are, like I said earlier, you're getting that confidence back. You're feeling like yourself again. And I think that this period for you is going to give you a chance to really take action, towards the things that you've been wanting to do. I feel like a lot of y'all have been wanting to create for so long and probably feel like you couldn't create for some odd reason. But I feel like creation, is a part of, your lifestyle. Like, even when you're not intentionally creating, you're still creating something, even if it's a new cycle, even if it's a relationship, even if it's, something. I don't know. I'm not about to keep going with that, but y'all catch my drift. 2 of Wands is here with the Daughter of Cups. Not the Daughter of Cups, but the Daughter of Pentacles. And what was that card right there? I'm going to have to look because I forgot. Oh, that's the 8 of Cups. This is the Ace of Cups. Okay, either way, energy can still be applied. It's just swapped. Anywho, I feel like with this, though, like for a lot of y'all are not choosing y'all's past anymore. Y'all are choosing... it just feels like y'all choosing between something. Like y'all are choosing between 2 different things. Y'all may have 2 different things that you want to do. Like you may want to be a doctor and a musician. You may want to be a musician and an actress or an actor. You may want to be a cosmetologist and a babysitter. You know what I'm saying? Like you may want to be a teacher and a scientist all at the same time. Don't place any limitations on what it is that you can do, Taurus. Okay? I know you need structure and I know you need stability. You like to be balanced. You like to feel secure. So just find balance in the things that you're trying to do. Don't overdo it. Don't overstimulate yourself. And I honestly feel like everything else is going to play out a lot more smoothly when you do have that balance. So I hope that this message resonated and gave you some clarity. If you guys would like to book your own personal reading, the link is going to be in my description. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, peace.